Anyway, moving on, we've got the Telegraph now, and it looks like Donald Trump's first action as president could be to pardon himself and release himself from prison, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, so Donald Trump said he expects to face arrest and criminal charges after a federal investigation into efforts over the 2020 presidential election. Now, I genuinely believe, irrespective of what you think of Donald Trump, that going after a previous president for anything is a mistake. It is...
Well, if he committed crimes...
However...
Yeah, but can you think of a president who didn't commit crimes?
Well, I think an insurgency, which is what they're trying to get him for, that's a pretty big crime. Anyway, sorry.
Well, was it insurgency or was it just a picnic that got out of hand?
I'd like, to make my point, I'm just going to park that to one side for a minute, because I think politically it's very dangerous. It galvanises his support, without a doubt. It puts him... he'll certainly be the Republican candidate, almost certainly, as a result of this stuff alone. And if he was to get in again... where does that leave American politics? Where does that leave global politics? Because the first thing he's going to do, like this suggests, is it's just going to be retribution after retribution.
Yeah, and Josh, doesn't this mean, with this hanging over him, he's really going to have to win the presidency? He's going to pull out all the stops to win the presidency because it's his only way of staying out of jail.
Yeah, but I would argue that he was always going to put everything into winning the presidency. Anyway,
he seemed to coast it.
It's not like he was giving it.
No, he just
giving 20%.
He just got in.
I'm going to come up with even more offensive nicknames for people, just to say. But no, it's all right. If he's done for insurrection, then he will not. Then he is not legally allowed to hold public office.
No, that's what they're trying to do.
That's what the legal. That is that if he is found guilty of insurrection, he cannot actually hold public office.
Right, but is it just insurrection? Is it that specific
That's just
crime?
insurrection, yeah.
So this just feels like a political witch hunt. This feels like something that would happen in a banana republic to stop an opposition leader getting in.
Well, but it's also run by... the institutions themselves. Now, if you're saying that all the institutions are... I mean, things did happen.
Captured by this blob, by this leftist blob.
But there's evidence, there's some mad evidence of stuff that was going on in the White House to try and overturn the election. They were talking about taking the vote boxes. It was like...
Well, I'll tell you what is also
invoking
insane.
martial law.
I'll tell you what is also... isn't this equivalent to invoking martial law, like stopping a candidate, stopping the leading opposition candidate from even being able to
No, because that affects the general public.
That's ridiculous. And also the Democrats and the entire left-wing establishment were in cahoots with the media, with all big business, with everything was working together. And if you want to talk about fascism, or people have called Donald Trump a fascist. Fascism is when an authoritarian government co-opts private business and the workings of the state, the machinations of the state, into its mission. And that's exactly what the Democrat Party did.
But that's exactly also what Trump was trying to do.
Yeah, he was trying to do it, but he couldn't do it because...
Why? Just because they failed.
The institutions, the media weren't on his side.
If they're trying to invoke martial law to overturn the election, that is against their democracy.
That's just what he wanted to do. He had no chance of actually doing it.
Look,
the Democrats could actually do what they were doing.
Let them go to court in their country. Let them do whatever they want to do.
Let them go to the Banana Republic kangaroo court, and we'll see who comes out anyway.